there guys, this is the Big D coming to you from the Moochers. Ignore the background noise in this video. I'm actually on my way back from a vacation, 12-hour car ride, so I figured I'd get a video in. Alright, we just finished an arranged war with Ikonik, and let's see here. As you can see here, it didn't turn out in our favor. It was a very good war, came down to the very end. They got us with air raids. We have been relying too much on Go-Veho and HGBH, the new meta, and have stopped using air raids, and it bit us in the butt this time. Alright, I'm actually going to show you 2 hits. One on Flash here, which was a max strat, which I'll explain in a few minutes, and one on myself, which was similar to a max strat, but not quite that. With instead of using a big kill squad, he used a queen walk into dragons, which was very impressive. Alright, let's see here. Here we go. This is the first hit I'm going to show you. This is Flash, a gentleman that came over to help us out in this war, to help out with our war weights so we'd match correctly. Alright, he was hit by Rhett. This was a fresh triple, and as you can see, the Flash here has a solid base, so it was very impressive. What you want to look for in a max strat are clumps of Teslas. So that in a max strat, you will use 4 earthquakes and the rest of your spells on your kill squad, so you have to get as much value as possible. If you can't get more than 2 air defenses off of your kill squad, then there is absolutely no point in using a max strat. So what he'll do is place 4 earthquakes right here to break that section up, and that opens up to all 3 of these air defenses here. He'll start off his raid with the earthquakes, and then place a golem right here for a funnel. Use a few minions on this gold mine, that builder's hut, and these elixir pumps over here for a funnel. And his wall breakers will come in to this wall section. And with a max strat, you want to make sure you get the walls busted open and the funnel placed before you place your king or queen. Your queen will start working around the buildings, around outside of the base if you're not careful. And he also used CC bowlers. And with bowlers, you have to make a very wide funnel or else they will go for a walk, period. No questions asked. That bowlers AI is ridiculous at the moment, so you have to be very careful. After he gets the earthquakes placed and gets his king and queen in, he places a rage and a heal right here very early to get his heroes to power through the other base's heroes. And after that, his queen and king actually take out all 3 of these air defenses and gut the base. These, as you can see with the max strat, you will have quite a bit of defenses on the outside that don't get touched. Right. Oh, come on. Right here and here. So what he'll do is place a hound here and a hound here. You don't want to plump your hounds up in one spot or else they won't distract enough defenses. And with his hound placement here and here, he actually spreads loons all the way across that way. And it just wipes and clears the base. And with a max strat, you want to make sure you save a few wizards, as you'll see he does, for this back end. If you don't, then you will run out of time and there's no way you're going to clear the base. Alright, with that, I'll show you the raid. Alright, here we go guys. As you can see, he put the 4 earthquakes right there to open up that entire section. Places the 1 golem for a funnel, and the minions there for a... I'm sorry, the 1 golem to tank and the minions as a funnel, followed by king, queen, and CC bowlers. As you can see, he placed his rage and heal very early to deal with the Clan Castle troops and the other base's heroes. If he didn't, then his heroes more than likely would not have made it as far as they did. So you want to make sure you get that heal and rage down early, and it kept the golem up to help tank for the king and queen. Alright, and there is the first hound drop off to the left at 9 o'clock. As you can see, it popped up that Tesla, followed by some loons. And those loons will make it to these defenses before they can get off of the hound. Followed by the second hound to tank again. And more loons. And you can see a haste placement. As you notice, you place the haste out in front, directly in front of your loons. You don't want to place it on top. The haste isn't like a rage. It's not going to put them in a rage or anything like that. So if you put it on top of the loons, it's pretty much just going to be a waste. Get it out in front of them to get them to that defense as fast as possible. Alright, and as you can see, he placed a wizard and a few archers out to help clean up. Right over here and here. If he hadn't done that, more than likely he would not have had enough time to clear, and it would have just been a 1 or a 2 star high percentage raid. And there it is. Fresh triple, a great raid and great execution. Alright, and for the second raid that I'm going to show you was against myself. It was not a fresh hit, but it was still impressive. Let's see here. Sorry guys, still not used to sketch. Pretty new at this, don't make fun of me. Alright, here is my base. It was 3 by Brent, and it was an amazing raid. He is going to start over here with a queen walk and place a baby dragon here because it's an easy CC pull. He probably could have used a wizard instead of a baby dragon to save some troop space, but either way will work. All he did is place the baby dragon after the CC locked onto my queen to help drop them, or else the CC probably would have dropped the queen. And you'll see what I mean whenever I show the raid. He drops a few wall breakers here to help break into that section, and his queen goes straight in, which was amazing. Goes straight in here. With this raid, personally, I think it was a dangerous raid because your queen's not going to go into this section every single time. So it was pretty impressive with the execution. And the baby dragon actually works out. I'm not sure if he meant it to, but it cleans up a giant chunk right here while the queen's going in. Alright, he places... Whoop, let me clean that up. Sorry, guys. He will place his king up here, which threw me off at first, but it actually takes out the enemy king, which wasn't necessary, and I was wondering why he placed it, but then as you'll see, it cleans all of this trash down through this way for his dragon placement, which is right here. So his dragons go straight down the center of the base and just take out everything right here, instead of following around and getting hooked on the outside and getting stuck on storages, pumps, mines, etc. It goes straight for the defenses, which is what you want with dragons, or else they'll get picked off since they're so slow. And he brings a CC hound from right here to go into this air defense right before his dragons get there, followed by some back end loons that he spreads right here. And with the back end loons and the dragons, this base just pretty much had no chance. And he started all of this back here early. The king dropped the dragons before the queen had even taken out a second air defense. So the queen will actually take out all of this by herself. Alright, and I mean, value-wise for a queen walk, you can't beat that. So I'd highly recommend, if you can get a queen to take out that much of a base, to use a queen walk over anything else. And with that, I'll show you the raid. Alright, here we go, guys. Gonna speed it up just a little bit to get started. And he, as you can see, he places his queen at 3 o'clock. He's just letting her clean up a little bit. And there's the CC pull. He places a poison to get the CC, but my CC is actually an anti-queen walk CC, so it can run a queen walk. The baby dragon sat there in the rage with the queen, and it starts going to the right and cleaning up all that. Wall breakers come in and get the queen in very well. It was great execution. There are the earthquakes, which gets the queen into that section. And there's the king drop, which that's what kind of threw me off, but as you'll see here in just a minute, it works out perfect. He'll rage the king, and it'll start going down the side to get all of these defenses. I'm sorry, not defenses, storages and pumps, which just opens the way up for his dragons to go straight into the center for those defenses. Speed it up a little bit here. As you can see, the queen's still working around and hasn't even got to the second air defense there, but she will before the dragons ever make it there. Here is the CC Hound drop and the back end loon spread. This actually saves these dragons and pretty much saves the raid. He spreads the loons in groups of 2, which is all you need for defenses. 2 drops from a loon will take out most defenses. The only time you will want to drop more than 2 in one spot is if it's a larger group of defenses. Say right here, this Tesla farm, if you know it's there, you'll probably want to drop them in 3s, because by the time the loons get there, one of them will be taken out. So just to make sure that your raid doesn't go down. And there's the queen still pounding away on defenses there. Finally goes down, but by this point there's so many loons and dragons left that there's just nothing left. And he actually didn't need any cleanup troops because he kept his king alive the entire time, which cleaned up the outside of the base. And there you have it. 2 great air raids from a great clan. And I think air raids are going to be coming back more and more, with the new meta being HGBH, and all the bases that are being made for anti-HGBH. They're not thinking about air raids when they're making these bases, and both of those bases were made to defend against that. So if this keeps occurring, then air raids are going to be the way to go. Just take out the air defenses and let them clean up the base for you. And that's it. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video.